We're now going to have a look at the commands of dim space and dim break. Dim space allows you to automatically space dimensions on your drawing. Now you'll notice we've got some baseline dimensions here, and they're all over the place. The spacing between them is very, very inefficient and not very neat and tidy. So what we do, we go to the Annotate tab on the ribbon here, and you'll see here we've got some icons. There's dim space, there's dim break. I want dim space, that one here. So I click on dim space to adjust the space, and it prompts me to select my base dimension. That's going to be my 500 here. The reason being I want it above these dimensions here. So I click on 500, I can click on any part of the dimension, then it prompts me to select the other dimensions to space. So I want my 1500, my 2500, 3500, 4500, and also the 5500, like so. I then press enter to confirm, and I can either enter a value. I don't need to know the value though, because if I select auto, does it all nice and neatly and tidily for me. Look at that, much neater, much tidier. Look how little space those dimensions are using compared to the originals. Now, there is a cardinal sin of drafting going on just below that though. Look, my dimension leader lines here, can you see them? The extension lines, as they're called, are coming out across these ones that we've just edited. So what I need to do is add what they call dimension breaks to them. So if I go to this icon here, dim break or break, it allows me to break extension lines of dimensions. So it says select dimension to add or remove break. So what I'm going to do is select this one and also this one. And then it says select object to break dimension. So what I do now is I left click here and nothing happens. I can't place a window. Ideally what I'd like to do is place a window across all of those. I can't do that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do it slightly differently. Let's do it the other way. Let's break the baseline dimensions instead. So we go to break here and it says select dimension to add or remove break to. So I'm going to have to click on each of these as I go across, yeah? So I can do that there, and again, notice no window option. So how do I do this? How do I place these? Well, I think the quickest way is to break these ones, because there's only that dimension there that actually needs to be broken. There's also this one here, so there's two. Let's go for that there. So click here, I'm going to add a break to there, and to there like so. It says select object to break dimension. So what I'll do now, I'll click this one here, and you'll see, can you see it add the breaks there? Can you see them? And I can just keep going. Can you see that? So I don't need to worry about a window selection, as I mentioned previously. So that's broken them. I missed that one slightly there, so I go back to break, select the dimension to add or remove the break to, select the object, and it's that one there. Now you'll notice there, I've got the breaks in there. I now need to also do the same with this one. So I'll just press enter there to complete, and I'll go break again, and select this dimension, and then I do the same again. Click. Can you see the breaks appearing? So I just click my way across. Make sure you get the pick box on the extension lines of the dimensions you're using for the breaks, and press enter. Look how much easier that is to understand now. You can see that the vertical extension lines cross the horizontal extension lines, but you've got the breaks. The good thing is that is still a whole dimension, even with the breaks in it. Now the good thing is I can restore breaks as well. So I click here, come into the drawing, it says select dimension to add or remove break to. I click there. If I right click now, as you can see, auto, manual or remove, I don't need those. So what I can do now, if I click here, like so, I'm still breaking them, but what I need to do is remove it. So I go back again, go back to break, select the break or broken dimension there, right click and remove breaks. Does them all for me. I don't have to click on them individually. So remember that remove. So if I click here, break, come in, select dimension to add, remove break to, like so, and then I select the objects to break the dimension, like that. Press enter to confirm. If I go back to break, select the dimension that's broken, right click and remove, it removes all the breaks for me. So as you can see there, Dimension Break, a very useful tool. It makes your drawing look effective, tidy and consistent.